Yeah, welcome everyone watching this either live or in future, not too distant long future, because this is going to be kind of like, I'm going to try and do this as a weekly thing, kind of an experimental thing. I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet or anything like that, but yeah, I kind of wanted to do something nearing the end of the weeks, pretty much, when it comes to new gameplay reveals, trailers, and all that. Anything dealing with video games that we might want to kind of check out. And yeah, kind of either get excited about, see what we might be disappointed about, and things like that. So this is probably be a good way to kind of figure out, like, is this going to be a cup of tea or not? So with that said, we have pretty much curated all of the potential trailers of games that might be either interesting or couldn't be interesting. But we're trying not to be too picky when it comes to the trailers or anything, unless it's an incredibly busy week when it comes to announcements and shit like that. So yeah. But for those, especially on YouTube and all that, if you guys want to find most of these videos in the future and all, they'll be in the Vince and Laura React section or the playlist when it comes to that. So you guys can find those just in case. But yeah, I'm gonna let these trailers roll, and yeah, just kind of do what I usually do when it comes to trailers or like special events and all that. So yeah, I have no clue what we're how we're gonna handle this. This will evolve over time, but usually when you're doing things for the first time, it's usually not as smooth as you want it to be. But we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. So yeah, first things first, Tekken. So they've been releasing these trailers to show off like either new or established characters. This is one.
Bon, commençons.
Get ready for the next battle.
So it's been forever since I've played Tekken.
New challenge.
And I don't actually know her. It's like I haven't played a Tekken since probably Tekken 5 or 4 or 5 is one of them. But I don't mind her. I'm guessing from her language she is how you say is it French. And yeah, I could dig her. Let's see what her fighting moves are. See what her fighting style is. She had a good fighting style. She's really cool. She throws kicks, punches, knees, elbows, stomps. Oh, you know what she reminds me of? What's that one girl with the silver hair and Dead or Alive? She kind of reminds. She has that type of fighting style. And I'm just gonna make sure it's gonna be at least 1080p. Always.
As-tu préparé une excuse pour quand tu perdras?
うっさいわ。それはこっちのセリフや。ねえ。
She looks cool. If I do get Tekken, like I gotta figure out who the fuck I'm gonna be like maining. It's always nice to have at least 2 or 3 fighters kind of play around with. But there's always like that one person you want to get really good at. Yeah, I dig her. She's Adieu. Oh, but you have one of those cats? No, that's not how you do. Yeah, Tekken 8's looking solid. But it's hard for me to say due to the fact that I haven't played a Tekken in fucking forever. Actually, I could probably just keep doing this since we put this on a playlist. So yeah, that was Tekken 8 showing off the character Lily, I think, or Lily, or Lily. I don't know how to really pronounce her name, but yeah, I actually don't know if she's an established character or not. But if she's a new character, I'll try her out. I'm probably gonna try out all the characters anyway when I get my chance to get it or not. But yeah, okay, and they showed off the other character that they're showing off in her trailer as well. But yeah, let's go on to the next game. So this game, My Time in Sandrock, is pretty much a I don't know if they share the same world with My Time in Portia, but yeah, it's pretty much at least their second game in that style of, or that universe and all that. So I understand that a lot of people like My Time in Portia, but I could never get around the art style. I hated the character designs, and that was pretty much the thing that was probably always pushed me away from the game, is the designed choices of at least the actual people. Just, I couldn't get around it. I'm usually not that picky when it comes to art style, but man, My Time in Portia, at least those character designs fucking sucks to me. I hate the look of them. But other than that, I've always heard that My Time in Portia is always a really good fucking game, and people really enjoy it. They always got addicted to playing it and everything like that. And this is their second game that they make. So depending on your art style, I might like it, but I haven't really gave it a second glance yet. So this is my second glance to see if maybe the art style of this one's better. Who knows? I mean, it looks good, but what about the character designs? Okay, they're kind of still doing the same fucking character design. It doesn't look as bad. It looks... all the characters still look fucking weird, though. I don't know if I can get over that. It's like, although it looks better, it's the character design. If I'm gonna give it a chance, it's gonna be hard for me to get over just how people look. Because everything else looks fantastic. I like it. I like all the art, you know, just the way it looks. The engine they're using works perfectly with it. But man, something going on with those. I think it's their proportions. It has to be their proportions. I don't like the fucking proportions of these characters, and it bugs me. But everything, yeah, like all you can do in the game and all that, it's like, hey, this is totally up my alley. I would love to play this game. But do I have to look at something I hate looking at? I would have a hard time with it. I don't know. If I ever get a chance to give it a chance, I don't know. I'll try it. Oh yeah. So this game is called. I need to keep an eye on like when they're gonna start the next one. So the last game, you know, it's like it doesn't look too bad, but I just didn't like the. As I said, throughout most of that trailer, I hate the proportions of the character. And I don't like their look of them. But yeah. So this game we're about to see is called Strayed Lights. I don't know anything about the game. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. So here we go. Lots of crystals. Embers presents. I don't know anything about soundtrack by... Oh, wait a minute. Yo, Journey, Abzu, the Banner Saga? Yeah, okay, so the soundtrack's gonna sound fucking awesome. I'm down for that. It's a very weird and interesting, like, world. Lots of different colors. Nothing is it's like everything's like fantasy based. Someone must be home. Yeah, I kind of knew that someone was gonna be home when I'm trying to do this new segment on the stream. Of course someone's gonna join in right on. That's alright. It's alright. I don't know, this game kind of looks interesting. Ollie, shut the fuck up, please. It's most likely not Laura, because he doesn't do that to Laura. So yeah. Strayed Lights. There's also isn't there a game that just came out that has the like Strayed in the their title as well, called like Stray Blade or Strayed Blade? Yeah, there's something that has Strayed in the name that just came out not too long ago too, and it's not this game. But this game, however, looks more interesting than the game that I was kind of mentioning. It looks interesting. I don't know how the overall combat's going to be, and I hate it when they do show gameplay and not actually show the HUD too, because I'm always a person that wants to know what the HUD looks like. But from what I've seen, and due to the fact some of the people that are working on like, I don't know, the soundtrack and everything like that, also it takes them like fucking 30 minutes to get in the house, so prepare to hear the stupid little dog barking in the back for a while. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It'll be on my watch list. I'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see if it's gonna be a future playthrough or not. So next on the list, Omega Strikers Cinematics. Oh, the reason why I don't know anything about the Omega Strikers game, but here's the thing that got my attention. Studio Trigger did the fucking opening for this. So I'm just gonna let this play, and I'm gonna mute my mic because our dogs are fucking stupid. This looks awesome though.
Ambitious flame hidden in my heart. Didn't know how to grow from a single fire spark. But let it go when the road was dark. Couldn't wait, then I had it's time to move and make my mark. I gave my pride, left all my regret. I just wish to be stronger, to give it all my best. What do I do to spread this?
It looks like they're finally in the house.
Every night I'm stuck inside of my head. Don't be stay blind today. Wanna be somebody leading the way. Don't be afraid, we gotta be brave. No matter what's coming our way. Strike it down and hype up the crowd. We can't bring the energy they've never seen before.
Due to the fact that this cinematic trailer was made by the people that made like Kill la Kill, and the most recent project was their Cyberpunk Blade Runner, or no, not Blade Runner, Netrunner. It looks like if the game looks anything like this, I was like, hey, you got my attention. So yeah, Omega Strikers. Due to the fact they got freaking Studio Trigger to do at least a cinematic opening for their game, there's some potential. I just got to see what the game looks like. So hopefully somewhere down along the line, especially if we keep doing this like part of the stream and everything, yeah, we're definitely going to have to keep an eye out on Omega Strikers and see if the game's any good or not. Right, so next one we have, oh yes, the new Alien game. I think, no, wait, no, not Alien game. Stranded Alien Dawn. For a second, I just saw Alien in the title. I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool, and everything like that. But yeah, let's double check to see what this game was. I don't know too much about this game. Yeah, I don't know too much about this game. So this looks like it could. I think this is another survival game, where you kind of your survival games. You guys know me. I'm not the biggest fan of survival games. Yeah, this looks like a survival game. Man is Stranded, yeah. But, however, it's not your typical survivor game. As you guys can see, it looks like you manage survivors and you're not actually controlling, like, you know, third person or first person survival games. It's a survival game, but it has more of a, looks like it has more of like a managing feel to it. So that, I think that's what grabbed my attention. See, all this, like things being built and everything like that, farming being managed, it's kind of like a village manager in a way. I'm assuming that's what it is. But yeah, being able to manage like these alien creatures and all that, like, you know, use them as food. Oh, and then you have to worry about invasions of creatures. That's gonna be fun. But people will die, of course. Oh, you can like scout and stuff. Yeah, I haven't actually seen a game like this in quite some time, and it actually looks pretty interesting. And due to the fact, like, I think it's probably going to come out for PC, but it says PS5/PS4. So is it just a PS5? Oh no, well, it's a PS5, PS4 trailer and all that. Kind of wondering if it looks like, it definitely looks like you know, it's going to come out. It's strictly been developed for PC first, but yeah, this game looks interesting too. I like that, and like, if I'm going to play a survival game, if there are any exceptions when it comes to like feeding people and all that, I'd rather be in the managed tutorial position. So in this case, you manage a surviving group of people. You're gonna build up these, like, you know, fortifications, living situations, farms, and anything to make their lives easier as they go and try and survive the ongoing I guess mystery of the, I'm guessing, in this island, well, not island, but this planet they do not know almost anything about. So I don't know, it looks good. I mean, it looks good visually and gameplay wise, so there's potential there too. So yeah, I look forward to Stranded Alien Dawn. Oh yeah, and it's out now. Apparently it says it's out now, and yet I haven't seen any reviews for it yet, so I'm probably gonna have to look at reviews after this and see if it's any good. But yeah, here's the next one coming up is gonna be weird. It's the Funko Fusion. I'm not interested in this game, but I just wanted to see what other people had to say about this. So yeah, this is a game about Funkos. You know how there's games for like Legos? Apparently Funko is trying to get into the mix of things. So yeah, I don't know if this music is also going to mute the VODs. If it is, fuck you, Funko. Yeah, Universal is doing some Funko stuff. That's so weird. Oh, Shaun of the Dead Funko? Yeah, this is pretty much just a big old Funko promotion. That's legitimately what it is. Thing is, I don't think it's showing any actual gameplay though. It's kind of like in the same lines as any of the Lego games though. Oh, but they're showing off like they can cover more properties though, like The Thing, Chucky. Oh, there's some gameplay. I mean, graphically, it doesn't look too bad. It's so weird. It's so weird. Also, I'm gonna quiet it down a bit because I don't know if this is copyrighted music. It's a little too late though, isn't it? It's a little too late if it's copyrighted music. But so yeah, there's a Funko game. I don't know what to expect. I mean, I'm sure, you know, if it's as any fun as the Lego games, it'll be fun. I don't know. I'm not as big of a Funko person. I like when Funkos first started coming out, I was like, oh, this is really cool. I liked it and everything like that. And then they started making so many. There's so many Funkos out there that I stopped trying to even think about collecting them because it's like, nope, I can't. You guys are releasing so many Funkos that it's going to be like, this is impossible. I'm never going to catch up on collecting these things. So fuck it. I gave up on it. I never had a problem with Funkos, but it's like, yeah, after a certain bit of time when, you know, a few months passed after they released their first like wave of Funkos, is like, yeah, I'm good. There's some cool Funkos and all that. I know that they have some big ones now, and then some like, you know, they have their miniature ones and all that too. But yeah, it's a thing. So on to the next one. So if I'm correct, this next game that's going to be shown is a game. I think it's team like the developers from Genshin Impact's second game. And I think it's actually out now, but it's not out for, I think, consoles or I think PC. So I've already checked, but I think this is the game. But yeah, I guess it's just a mobile game right now. It's really weird because I think they made a lot of their money from like console people too for Genshin Impact. So it's a little weird that they're just going straight up, at least mobile for now. I don't know if they plan on doing it, but when they showed their second game, I was like, hey, I'm interested in this because I couldn't get into Genshin Impact as much. Maybe their second game's going to be good. Who knows? Maybe it's not even Star Rail that I got. Like, yeah, it's pretty much Star Rail. So there you go. I don't know if this is the game they were showing off last year that I kind of got like, ooh, this game's gotten me a little excited. Might not be this one though.
Get rid of the press from the rusty time.
See, same type of art style and all that. So they're using the same engine they've been using. So I don't think it'll look any better than Genshin Impact. It'll just have a different world. No, so this isn't the game I was excited about. So this is a third game from the same team, I think. So they've been working on what, Genshin Impact, this game, and their sci-fi game. So there's another game that's supposed to in a way succeed Genshin Impact or kind of work alongside it, but not in the same universe or anything. And I don't know the name. Someone could probably comment down below or anything like that about like what's their third game that they're working on. But yeah, this isn't the one. This one's completely new to me because I'm looking at the character designs and all that and the settings, and it's not quite the thing that I saw last year that they kind of announced. I gotta find that game. I'll probably just go to their website to see what like it is. So if I go to Touhou's website, then probably be it. This might not even be a Touhou game too. That's the thing. It looks like it, but it might not be it. I think this is a turn-based game, if I'm correct. Because someone was saying something about their gameplay not being like something like Genshin Impact, being more of a turn-based game, almost in the realms of like Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, available 4/26, which is it came out 2 days ago. See, look at that. Okay, so it is out on PC and of course your Epic Games Store. So it is out on PC. So if I ever wanted to play it, I'd just boot it up on PC. But yeah, it's not on anything else like any of the other consoles. So maybe they'll release it some other time, but it might just be a purely like mobile port to PC kind of game. But yeah, if I'm correct though, let's see, copyright, so on and so forth, Epic Games Store. Yeah, because this was an Epic Games Store thing. The thing is though, I'm looking at the trademarks and all that. Wait, is this not a Toho game? No, yeah. Hoyo. No, not Toho. Hoyoverse game. So yeah, this is like one of their games out of like 3 they've pretty much we know that exist now. I don't know if they are working on anything else, but yeah, this is like, because Genshin Impact's been out. This has been out for 2 days, and then they have one that is a sci-fi based game that actually got me more excited. So I don't know, because like I liked Genshin Impact from what I played. I might like this if I ever get a chance to play it, and I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Now, Trinity Trigger, I have no fucking clue. Let's see. Do I know this game? No, I do not know. I don't know this game. But apparently, it's like, it kind of has that, like, Trials of Mana feel to it. Like, it's somewhat, it's definitely isometric, but it has that, like, real-time action-y feel of, like, the Mana games. Wonder if that's going to be the case. It's like if you're a fan of the Mana games, you might like this. Yeah, looks like there's some cooldown effects. Art style looks a little interesting. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I gotta see more of it. They have animated cutscenes. The characters have that, I don't know. Wait a minute. The characters have that, like, what's that style? Bravely Default style to it. It's not as chibi-esque when it compared to like Bravely Default. Like, let's see. I can yeah, look at that. They're definitely chibied, but they're not as chibied or has a certain type of art style that like Bravely Default or Bravely Second has. But that's kind of where the influence kind of looks like. So it's slightly anime. Well, of course it is. Because if you see their like cutscenes and like their art and everything like that, is like, yeah, it's definitely anime, but they're trying to go like in the middle of like chibi and more humanesque. It's weird to say. But yeah, the reason why I kind of got my attention is because we haven't had a lot of games kind of like in the style, at least gameplay wise, of like, you know, Secret of Mana or Trials of Mana and stuff like that. So it's like a modern day like Mana game would actually be very interesting. So if this game, I don't know, this game seems to go not modern, but more kind of back towards like, oh, we're not going to modernize anything. Maybe. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll actually have some like features that are more modern, or if not, game changing. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that type of company. So I'll keep an eye on this game to see if it looks any better, but it might be one of those games too that I might actually even wait for a, you know, maybe on sale type of game. Who knows? It hasn't grabbed me that much. I'm not dying to play the game, but yeah. So next one coming up is a game that has already been established, has been out for years. But here's the thing though. It's coming out for consoles. I think all the consoles. Is RimWorld. RimWorld is actually coming out for you console folks, including me. I'm a console folk. Yeah, RimWorld's coming out and it's called Ideology. Yeah, I think it's like, yeah, console edition Ideology. So let's look at it and see if they've
Rated M for mature.
For those who are actually RimWorld fans, you guys can probably point out to see if they changed anything or not. But I'm pretty sure RimWorld's one of those games that are console safe, because I think you can pause time and all that. Mature. I've never played RimWorld, but I always kind of wanted to play it because I know a lot of people love it. So,
We pledge
yeah, it looks like RimWorld.
to the machine god.
We believe that only the strongest will survive.
Yeah, this is like straight up style of RimWorld.
Is dance.
So I guess this is why they call it ideology.
Some people create peaceful societies, living in harmony with nature. Some only believe in pain and suffering. But what do you believe?
What
We
do
shaped our
you
beliefs
believe?
in order to survive? Dana
Heard
was
a-
our
heard a
leader,
duck.
but even she had to follow the teachings of our venerated deity, Jeff, the alpaca.
Jeff the alpaca. What the fuck? So yeah, I know this game can get pretty
With
silly
Dale,
too.
We've learned to live in
Silly.
symbiosis with nature, which is handy when enraged cannibals are out to kill you.
A trader told me something strange the other day. Have you ever heard of the Archo Nexus?
It's funny because I don't think this game has any like actual voice acting. So it's like weird. It's like you kind of like, from what I've seen people play this game, it's like they kind of just kind of made up their own type of like, I don't know, story going on with some certain people. Not because technically this is I think what RimWorld is this another management type of game where you kind of put down things and all that, but it's kind of like almost a loose management, because what kind of dictates if something's going to go well or not are the people that live in your community, apparently. So I'm a person that doesn't know too much about RimWorld. I've just seen kind of people play it and see people really enjoy the game. But yeah, as you guys can see, it is available now. It's the console edition, so I'm assuming, I don't know if they tell you what consoles it's currently out on. Oh, yeah, that's a PlayStation commercial there. But I have a feeling it's on Xbox series, and maybe even on Switch. Not too sure if it's on Switch, but yeah, if you ever wanted to play RimWorld, years later, here you go. There you go. In case you haven't gotten like a PC yet. But yeah, so we're actually going to look at some actual gameplay now of the Star Rail game. Was it, how do you pronounce that? Honkai? I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. The first name is Honkai Star Rail, and we're going to watch some combat. So this is the Hoyo. This is their second game that I think they released. So yeah, it is captured on PC, so this is PC footage. Yeah, definitely turn-based. Oh, they have summons? I wonder if this is the, I wonder if this is the, space one. The one they, like, said last year. That is such... Okay. That is straight up, like, the same effects and everything. Even the, holy shit, yeah. Look at that. So, you switch characters just like Genshin Impact. Minimap's kind of almost same-ish. When you open up a treasure chest and everything, has the same effect. So, it's pretty much Genshin Impact 1.9? Just a different universe and all that. It with, of course, a different, like, overall main type of gameplay. Like, the actual combat is way different. So, weird. Huh. There's something actually
あ
guarding.
なたも来たことがあるの？
Can't tell if it's space or not. Is it space? And they definitely have sources of technology. Yeah, look at the city in the background. There's actual, like a technological city.
クララもみんなを守りたい。
See, I'm more down to this type of gameplay. Damage reduction.
受け止めきれるか。
So she buffed herself.
心に従え。しつこい。楽にしてあげる。蝶と共に散れ。スタールインファントム。あの世に送ってやる。
I think I could get into this game more than Genshin Impact.
次。
Because Genshin Impact,
あの世に送ってやる。
for a certain amount of time, got kind of boring.
動かないでね。今祝福してあげるから。
I don't know. We'll have to see. And this game's already out. I could just play it today and see if I like it. And it seems like a game that's actually could work mobile-wise, even though I'd rather not play it mobilely. I'd rather play it on the couch with a controller in my hand. Maybe, here's the thing. I probably will not play this game until maybe they eventually release it on consoles. I don't know why they haven't released it on consoles yet, but I have no clue if they plan on releasing it for consoles. It seems like they would. They released Genshin Impact on consoles, and I don't know if that took them a while. Maybe they do have plans. I'll have to look it up to see if they ever plan on releasing this. So yeah, it looks like you can open up, from what we saw there, it looks like you can open up your fights with the right character. If you have the right character that uses the right type of element, you can open up the fight with their weaknesses, which gives all the enemies within that party a nice little, flat damage, and a weak flat damage at that. And it's like taking advantage of almost like random encounters in the world, but instead of random encounters, you can see the enemies within the world and take advantage of that. Interesting. And I also noticed too, you can be kind of somewhat strategic and it's like, okay, so these guys will move, they're gonna move first, or these guys move first. I don't know. Okay, so it looks like it goes from top to bottom. So it looks like you can, traditional take turn-based RPGs. You get to see the the ladder of action and stuff like that too. It looks like you can also, from up here, you can speed up the action itself. So animations and all that you can speed up. I don't know what that symbol is. I'm thinking, is that like an auto fight? But you can also pause the fighting too. Tells you what your turn is. I wonder if there is auto fighting in this game. Yeah, you can activate ultimates. You can switch targets. Of course, you can select said target. Oh, you can select the target through... I don't know what it means. But yeah. Apparently this is a beta version. So I'm kind of wondering if the beta is out and not the overall full game. Because it came out 2 days ago. So I'm kind of wondering if it's not in beta anymore. And things have changed. So yeah, we're probably not going to watch all of this, but yeah, you guys get the gist. That is I'm guessing it's pronounced Honkai Star Rail. That's the combat and kind of a little bit of the how the I guess either a open world or a hub world looks like too. Definitely when you're not fighting and you're just kind of opening up chest and all that, super resembling of Genshin Impact. It's like, oh, it might be a little too close to Genshin Impact. And a lot of people are probably going to say, hey, you guys are being lazy. No, they're probably just saving money. It's like, hey, all of this shit is our assets. We're going to, if there's assets that we don't need to, not reuse, we're just going to reuse it. Saves you so much money, so much manpower saved, so much man hours and all that. But yeah, moving on to the next one, since I don't know how long this segment is going to be. I know the first, since this is the first time doing this trailer stuff, it's gonna be rocky. The flow and everything is not quite there yet. And I might try and do some different assets and everything as well. But the next one coming up though, and this is a series I'm not totally, I'm pretty much new towards. Like I knew a bunch of people that used to like this series or still do like the series, but I never gotten into it because I've never had a chance to play any of them. But I want to play some of the older ones before playing this and its sixth predecessor, because that was the newest one before this one. It's Disgaea 7, Vows of the Virtueless. So, yeah, there's a seventh Disgaea game coming out, and let's see what it looks like.
It's Fuji.
At least it's coming out on consoles.
Let's fight.
This is Fuji. Strong, skilled, and shamelessly selfish.
I'm 10 million hell in debt.
Yeah, I think when it comes to Disgaea, it has like 2 or 3 different art styles within their games. So when they're in the cut scene forms, they're more anatomically more adult looking. And when they're in like combat, like when the combat actually starts and you have your turn-based stuff and everything like that, they get chibified. And I think it's always been like that for Disgaea, so you got at least those 2 art forms. And then you have like, I think there's some animated stuff in their stuff too.
See what I mean? Shameless!
Finally!
And actually, I think the whole entire series from like Disgaea 1 and on has always been completely voice act.
Set foot in the land of my dreams! Hinamoto!
This is Perilika. As a Bushido enthusiast, she's especially excited to visit Hinamoto.
A noodle shop with no udon or soba? That's unacceptable!
I'll get you for this!
Though they
Wait.
walk on separate paths.
Instead of udon, is it udon? So they have some definitely some different foods in their universe.
Their fates are about to collide. Violently collide, that is!
All that unique Hinamoto tradition and culture you talk about fell out of fashion a long time ago.
But this chance encounter is only the beginning.
I'm gonna pause this here for a second. I'm kind of wondering if Disgaea 7 is a good jumping on point for people who have never played the series, because the main character doesn't look like the main character from all the other games. I don't know, because I have never played any of the games, but this guy looks new. Don't know. Is this completely a game I could join?
Total support will run you 100 million. So, what'll it be?
100 million?
Promises will be made.
Contractual agreement. Contractor, Fuji. 1. Payment will be made upon achieving goal. 2. Until then, contractor will obey orders.
What the hell? You tricked me, you jerk!
And shocking discoveries will be brought to light.
Loves you so
Oh no, we got lollies.
Fuji,
Shit.
you're a father?
Well, I did not see that one coming. To overcome the odds, they must unite their efforts. And
I don't see any familiar characters from the other games.
Disgaea
Yeah.
7, Vows of the Virtueless. To hell with honor. coming fall 2023 to PS4 and PS5.
Okay. So it does make me wonder if this is a good jumping on point, because if I don't have to actually force myself to play all the other 6 games to play this one, I might just play this one. I know a lot of people would probably recommend me to play the other Disgaea games, but that's a lot of Disgaea. Like, some of these games run into like over the 100-hour mark. And I was like, 100 hours for a game that I might not like or not. I mean, I don't know. Some of these are old, a lot older. So I have no clue. Due to the fact there's 6 of them out now, and then of course the 7th one's coming. I don't know. I guess I have to play the older ones first to see if I even like the concept, the combat concept itself. I noticed it didn't really show that much like actual combat itself. It was just kind of introducing characters, what's going on in the world, and it showed like certain, like, I'm guessing like finishing move flares and stuff like that. But I've always kind of been interested in the Disgaea games, but I've never had any never found never either had the time, or 2, never had the chance to actually really play them. So I don't know. I mean, if Disgaea 7 is legitimately standalone, I just play Disgaea 7 and not have to worry about the other 6. Because that's so many games. We'll find out, though. Alright, but, however, we got Zelda Tears of the Kingdom preview. And this is from GameSpot, so give this preview a game with salt. A little bit of salt. So...
The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom may have the highest expectations put on any Nintendo game in recent years.
Yeah.
Not only is it the latest release in the storied Zelda franchise,
next to
it's also a
Metroid
sequel to Breath of the Wild, regarded by many to be one of the best games of all time. Recent trailers have revealed an emphasis on building incredible machines with a new suite of tools, a seeming nod to the network of Zelda fans who have pulled off amazing feats in Breath of the Wild.
The thing is, though, one thing that scares me about this whole building aspect, it reminds me of the kind of the it's a failure to learn mistake that remember a game called Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts? That's the game that it kind of reminded me of, at least when it comes to this implication. So I don't know how I feel about building, vehicles and stuff like that, and how that's gonna work. Hopefully it's not as bad as like Nuts and Bolts.
The Wild. And while Nintendo is still maintaining the mystery around much of the game, our extensive hands-on with the new tools showed an incredible amount of creative
You notice that? You notice that motherfucker right there? Let's see, where is it? Right, let's see if I can back up a little bit more.
And while Nintendo is still maintaining the mystery around much of the game, our extensive
Kuroko seeds are back. I couldn't pause it. It wouldn't let me pause it there. Let's see.
Feats in Breath of the Wild.
I mean, Kurok seeds.
While Nintendo is still maintaining the mystery.
There it is. That motherfucker. So they have the stupid seeds back. I wonder if they'll actually give you an actual, like, good, an actual thing to look forward to instead of a golden poop. Who asked for a golden poop?
Game. Our extensive hands-on with the new tools showed an incredible amount of creative problem-solving and thrilling traversal in this ambitious sequel.
Oh, is it like a timed rocket?
My hands-on demonstration was composed of 2 parts. First, I began with a short segment on the ground with the simple objective of getting past some enemies and into a tower. This was mostly just for the sake of testing the waters.
It is so weird to see like Link's hair, well, 1, that long, and also 2, free-flowing like that and not tied up, because in Breath of the Wild his hair was somewhat long, but it was tied up and always kept well. With this one, it's just wild and out there.
With the array of new tools before preparing to dive into the deep end. While the most obvious path was to go up a ramp structure through a handful of enemies, there were much easier ways, and while there were strict limitations on where I could go during the demo session, there were almost no restrictions on what I could do within the spaces provided. My first approach was the straightforward one: stride into the enemy base with my sword and challenge enemies to combat. This was destined to fail, and I knew it, not least because I'm severely out of practice in Breath of the Wild's combat, but I thought it was worthwhile to try regardless. I was handling myself fine against a Bokoblin, but his nearby Moblin friend took notice of the scuffle and came to help, and I was caught off guard. That was the end of that life. For my second attempt, I decided to use the new building tools to circumvent the enemies altogether.
That's so weird
The
they can
Ultra
put
Hand
a
Ability,
boulder
the
on
new
a
marquee
twig.
building tool that lets you create complex structures and machines, can grab just about anything that isn't connected to the ground. But I didn't happen to have any flying implements around me. Rather than needing to build everything from scratch each time, there is a streamlined option for building with Ultra Hand.
Hand to
For the
switch
sake of
mics.
expediency and getting to know the tools, I used that to build a small, simple, but functional hot air balloon. A dragon-headed machine part faced
That's weird. He must have had to record that
stride,
at home
taking
or
on a
something.
straight vertical ascent. Once I had gained enough height over the enemy base, I simply hopped off the balloon and hang glided my way past them to the goal. Then I was ushered into the second, much more expansive part of the hands-on demo.
Looks like you can
Took
still
place
put
in the
markers
Sky
down,
Isles
which
with
is
more
nice.
open-ended goals and a massive amount of space to explore. I was given an objective: try to island hop your way over to a distant floating landmass, and very few limitations. I wasn't allowed to dive back to the ground, and a few select islands were off limits. But other than that, I was just given some tools and told to explore. The same streamlined building tool was still available.
Seeing the
I also had access to a Zonai
overworld
parts distributor
underneath
that
you is
Nintendo cheerfully
insane
nicknamed
looking.
the Gumball Machine.
Bro, it is straight up a gumball machine.
And acts like a candy
I
dispenser.
thought he was joking for a second. I was like, oh no, it's a straight up like gotcha machine.
The Ultra Hand can stick together anything from the world, like felled trees or rocks, along with any of the machine-like Zonai parts. Those include fans, the aforementioned fire-breathing dragon head machine, a piston that launches objects, or you.
Oh, we know
on a
this.
regular
Yeah,
rhythm,
that
and
mechanic
most
was there
entertainingly,
before.
rockets. They look and act exactly like rockets, which includes launching you into the atmosphere with massive propulsive force. There's also a control yoke Zonai part, which not only lets you steer vehicles, but also activates whatever engine type you've attached automatically.
Oh.
The Ultra Hand is remarkably easy to use once you get used to it. You can stick parts together in just about any configuration you can
I
imagine.
bet Speedrunner's gonna
lets
have
you
a
snap
fucking
certain
field day
angles
with the
with
building
degrees.
process.
Since it's all physics-based, symmetry equals stability. The game understands this and gives you a little help locking, for example, a second rocket at the same angle as you place the first.
Oh,
It only
cool.
took a few minutes of
So there's
toying
like a
with it
snapping
before
feature.
I felt like I completely understood how to use it. And while my designs weren't anything too impressive, they were often perfectly functional, with minimal control fussing. Sometimes the island hopping solution was obvious. A couple of fans and a flat surface can obviously be put together to make a floating platform and reach new heights, for example. Other times, I would need to summon an airplane designed to cross a longer stretch of ground. Each time I made a little progress, I was encouraged to use the travel medallion to mark my progress. This handy returning feature lets you make a one-time fast travel point anywhere in the overworld, and you can recall it remotely to make a new one. This is especially useful for challenges like the one I was presented with, to cross several islands, since I could mark my progress as I went. By far my favorite moment of the demo, though, came from seeing how these tools could be used to solve puzzles. While I enjoyed Breath of the Wild and its sandbox model, I missed the clockwork precision of the classic Zelda puzzles and their intricately tailored solutions. I enjoy the feeling of finding the correct answer, which is slightly different than simply finding a clever way to exploit a physics system. To my surprise, Tears of the Kingdom bridged that gap by presenting open-ended, physics-based puzzles, but with solutions that felt so intuitive, I still got the satisfaction of finding my own
How do you
complicated
get that
but
fucking
correct
chest?
way. At one point, I had to cross a wide chasm to another island on my left side, with a large structure as the pivot point between the two islands. I could move the
Oh, wait a
structure
minute.
By manipulating and turning a small model of it with my Ultra Hand.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
A bridge extended to me, which would let me cross the structure itself, but then there was no way to get from there to the other island. Or I could turn the bridge towards the structure, but couldn't get to it. Either way, I was stuck, and my glider wasn't enough to cross the chasm. I needed to figure out how to cross onto
you're
the
not
structure
big brain
and
enough.
move it to serve as a bridge to the next island. After some tinkering, my solution was to make use of the new recall ability, which rewinds objects to a prior state. I moved the structure into position as a bridge to the second island, then moved it back to me on the first island. I started to cross, then hit it with recall.
Oh, because there is a time thing now in
I felt very clever.
Tears of the
But at
Kingdom.
the moment, it simply felt like the right way to solve the puzzle. I needed a moving platform, so I made one. It was only afterward that a Nintendo rep told me I could have simply flipped the entire structure upside down, and it would have just made a normal bridge. Or, I realized, I could have moved it into either of the positions and used a hot air balloon to gain some height so I could glide over. I didn't actually have to MacGyver my way into making it a moving platform at all, but I instinctively read that as the goal, and the tools were flexible enough to let me solve it that way. I had a similar experience building my own aircraft to cross the final chasm to my goal. There was a metallic structure with a divot that served as a resting place for one of the plane parts, which had a fin that slotted in perfectly to act as a runway. I placed 2 fans atop
Yeah,
the blades,
he kind of
and another
overthought it.
identical plane piece on top.
I'd
For a
be
sort of
in the same
Zonai
boat
version
as
of the
him
Wright
though.
Brothers biplane. I
Like
placed the control yoke.
I can feel his pain because he probably thought like he was a complete and utter dumbass. It's like, oh, I made this puzzle way too hard when it's not even much of a puzzle. I have done that so many times on this fucking stream. you guys are a testament to like, you know, knowing that, oh yeah, Vince is probably gonna do the same fucking thing when he plays this game. I'm gonna make things way too hard on myself, and there's like a way easier solution.
On top. But it occurred to me that the lower deck would have been a good way to transport items across large distances. How long that distance can be, though, is an open question. The Zonai machines appeared with battery icons, like the one on your cell phone. For the purposes of the demo, I had 3 large bars of battery, which was plenty to cross the gaps needed for our island hopping excursion. But I was also pre-equipped with a very full stamina bar for climbing.
So and they do connect to each other in a way.
Leg up in that regard. I suspect that, like stamina, you'll progressively unlock more battery power for your Zonai devices. If that's the case, it's hard to say just how far you'll be able to go when the game begins, and whether you can ultimately build your way up to vehicles that can cross the entire map.
I have a feeling you can upgrade that battery
I still had a few minutes
capacity
left and decided to devote them to searching the large island for combat encounters, so I could experiment with the new Fuse and other abilities. Fuse will be mostly associated with combat, but it has applications for exploring the world too. Fusing a sword with a rock certainly looks funny, and it makes your weapon more powerful and more durable.
Okay.
But the new DIY sledgehammer can also break open cracked walls and floors.
Oh.
I have to imagine there will be more applications of the Fuse ability itself, unlocking secret areas.
Break open walls
Combat
and shit?
is as engaging as you would expect from a sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Semi-destructible environments?
A new dimension of
Guessing
experimentation.
so.
A quick menu option lets you fuse items from your inventory to your currently equipped weapon, which I found
Cooking's still here. You can see all the cooking items.
Bearing down on me. I also had to remember, for example, to switch to my bow.
Did you not get to mess with the cooking?
Arrow, which led to more than a few mistakes on my part. There's definitely a learning curve.
That rock shield is badly damaged.
And fusing on the fly, that much more rewarding. That said, even mistakes are enjoyable. Like
Looks like
uses a massive toy box, and you're encouraged to try different combinations just to see what happens. I tried attaching a bomb to a sword to see if hitting something it would just blow me up. And sure enough, yes. I attached a Keese eyeball to a stick to see if it would heat seek like the arrow if I threw it. No luck. I was told later that attaching a...
I know people complain about weapon durability and all that. Well, if you got the fucking Master Sword, you wouldn't have to complain about it.
Possible combinations and applications for Fuse is mind.
Just get the Master Sword. Stop complaining, you little
the nearest
bitch.
enemy was a massive golem-like creature. Even my best attacks barely dented it, and like my earlier encounter with the Moblin, I was too out of practice to stand a chance with the odds so stacked against me. But as the old saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, go back with a bomb sword and blow yourself up. I didn't win.
So, who the hell says that? But yeah, that's pretty much the only real main complaint that I've ever heard for people when it came to, like Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, a lot of people's turnoffs was that their weapons broke or something like that. To be honest, it kind of forced you to start collecting different weapons and started forcing you to use other weapons that you probably would have never used before. And then, to be honest, when I did my playthrough way back when, like, I think I was doing the Zelda playthrough, like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 months, like, after I met, like, people like Mega. So, it's been such a long time since I played, Breath of the Wild but when I was playing it, it never was an issue for me because I've played many of other games that had weapon durability and item durability. It's never been an issue for me. It seems like a lot of people that are boring and only want to play a single weapon. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people just want to have like a certain amount, like a certain cycle of weapons they like to use and only use that, and they don't want to be forced to be creative and to also be adaptive. And like I don't know, like weapons breaking and all that, I can kind of see why people are kind of complaining that, you know, it's like, oh, it ruins the flow of combat or it puts you in a shitty situation. That's kind of the point. But you should, it keeps always in the back of your head, back of your thoughts. It is always telling you that, hey, how many weapons do I have? How many backup weapons do I have? All kinds of other things. it keeps you on your toes and it keeps you prepared no matter what's going to happen in the game. So that way you are prepared for other shitty situations, especially like Tears of the Kingdom is going to throw at you. Today I learned a sword doesn't become dull in the real world. What? Today I learned it's being trolly. It's like, I really hope you don't believe in that. I see the Kappa faces, but it's like, what you talking about? So yeah, that's a little preview of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for anyone wondering what the hell we were just looking at.
But I was grinning the entire time.
Oh,
While the
we're
demo
not
showed the
quite
massive
done
scope
yet.
and versatility in just a few small areas, it feels like I've barely scratched the surface.
That's
My
so
demo
weird
included
looking.
absolutely
I don't know
no
how I
story
feel about
content,
that.
and I'm no closer to
A
answering
sword
the
with a
question
log.
whether Tears of the Kingdom will include more traditional Zelda dungeons. There's a lot of mystery left to uncover, even after receiving a much better sense of the new building tools. That mystery, like the brain,
Fairies are back! Yay! You can use the fairies as for cooking tools
The
too.
players will have to explore together when the game launches on May 12th. Starting then, just like the first game, and perhaps even more so, the community of Zelda fans will
I
get
think
to
there's
plumb its
two of the
depths
flying
together.
materials there.
Tears of the Kingdom looks to be Nintendo inspired by its own fans' creativity. And next month, that cycle will start all over again.
So yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely a game for the fans of Breath of the Wild. If you were not a fan of Breath of the Wild, you are not 100% not gonna enjoy Tears of the Kingdom. But if you loved Breath of the Wild like I did, Tears of the Kingdom is definitely gonna be fucking for you. That's all I have to say. All right, so okay, the next trailer coming up is for the next Alien game. I think this is the isometric Alien game that's supposed to be coming out. I don't know if it was supposed to be more. I don't know if it's like live, like, you know, kind of live action type of gameplay, or it's more of like not live action, real time action, or it's something like that. Yeah, I would like a new kind of an Alien Isolation-esque game. That would be kind of nice. But I think this is like kind of based upon more marine action, like your Marines and shit. So yeah, this is the Dark Descent game. This is their pre-order
We don't
trailer.
know what is happening on the surface of this planet. Those creatures aboard.
So yeah, Focus Entertainment. You got 20th Century Games, which 20th Century owns the license for Aliens. And are these the developers? Because Focus is the publishers, right? And then you have Tindalus Interactive. Yeah, I think these are the developers.
Someone was trying to smuggle them out. We have to warn Earth.
We save everyone we can. We're Marines. That's the job.
Gather a security team and come with me.
Is that Android?
McDonald just linked in. Told us you'd be stirring up trouble. Again.
That thing's still out there.
I'm trying to remember if this is like XCOM style. I think it might be.
Crew and Cargo Bay 4 are dead.
Dead? That's not funny.
The art style looks so... It looks interesting, like the way the characters are designed.
Crew and Cargo Bay 4 are dead.
Dead?
Look at that. It has certain feature-esque looks to it. Like there's a... Like whatever their engine they're using for at least their cinematics kind of gives me like... It's a certain type of art style that kind of reminds me of Dishonored in a way. Certain things like look a little bit more expressive, but there's like I'm like looking into the shadows of his creases of his face, and there's like almost looks like there's some hand-drawn esque, or like some aesthetics to it.
That's not funny.
So interesting.
How many things are there? Deploying sentry gun! Fire!
Bring
it down!
Okay, so it does look live, well, like real time, but there's slowdown features and there's like, you know, you can kind of prep yourself.
Protocol activated. Purging contaminate vectors.
Yep. It's definitely real time. More humanoid-esque, like are they breeding a different type of xenomorph? That's weird. Excuse me. It looks interesting, but I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna play. I gotta see more of the actual combat. So I'm always interested in an Alien game, but hopefully, now the reason why I didn't play the latest Alien game is because you're kind of tied down to enjoying the game fully with other people. And you guys know me, I don't have any friends to play games with. So I sadly have to not play that game. So whatever the other Alien game was called, yeah, I didn't get to play that one because I didn't have people to play with. So maybe this one I can play if it's any good. I really hope so. Pre-orders are apparently now available, but you guys know me. I'm a person that don't like doing when is it coming out? Do they have a date? Let's say pre-orders are available, but there's no fucking date. So why would people pre-order? Well, people that pre-order are fucking weird anyway. The majority of people that watch this channel. But yeah. Oh, so the trailer that is gonna be after this is a game that's already out. It's actually on Game Pass. It's called Homestead Arcana. This might be a game that I'm looking forward to. June 20th for Alien Dark Descent. All right, cool. I like how they just don't show it here though. Unless they did. Did they show the oh, they do have a oh, it's right there the whole fucking time. It was this, they don't have it June 20th. They could have put like June 20th, like, I don't know, I guess they couldn't fit it. It's like, oh yeah, there it is. It's in the trailer. I just wasn't looking at it. But yeah. So the next game, you know, off topic and everything like that. So the next game is a game that's already out. I don't know how it is, but it is on Game Pass. I haven't played it yet. I might try and play it a little bit later on. Just depends on how the game is. If the game is anywhere as chill as what is it? Stardew Valley or something? Like if it's like a Stardew Valley-esque type of game, then it's gonna be a morning game, man.
Welcome to the magical frontier.
I don't know what to expect from this game, though.
Starting from a humble tent and building up.
The road is in peril. I don't really care about worlds in peril anymore.
With all the miasma and its warped creatures roaming around.
Miasma. I'm tired of those stories.
But you are a trained witch, so you'll be able to hold your own. I think.
The game kind of looks rough.
Have those spells at the ready.
Oh, is this more of an adventure game, not like a
newly crafted gear?
You have farming and all that,
and freshly harvested spell ingredients from your garden will help. Nature's magic sure is strong when used right.
Yeah, the cooking, crafting, and all that.
Work to be done here on the range.
Totally okay.
Let's get cooking. I mean, let's get to work.
I might give the game a chance. The thing is, though,
good, haven't I?
Oh, that doesn't look too good. But I think it's the presentation of this game that kind of throws me off a little bit. It might be a decent game. I'll have to maybe do a peek play on it eventually. I'm gonna have to have a day or two where I just do some peek plays. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give myself some time to like check out all the games I've that I have access to that we haven't actually done playthroughs of yet, and spend a day where I just do a bunch of peak plays. That's what I'm probably gonna have to do. This is gonna be one of those games where I'll probably do a peak play of it first, and if I like what I played, then we'll try and do like, I don't know, depending on what type of game it is, either a playthrough of it or we turn it into like a, I don't know, bench tries or a morning coffee game. Just depends. It seems like one of those games that kind of has an ending though, so.
Sustain your sanctuary and discover what makes a home.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. Oh, it's a Skybound game. Wait, Skybound. You know, guys that are from Skybound are, the company is a comic book company, but I totally forgot that what do you call it? They also publish games too. Like, I'm kind of wondering, is Homestead Arcana comic book related? Or are they just publishing games that don't have to be comic book related anymore? Because Skybound is specifically fucking comic book. They started out as a comic book company. As specifically indie comic books. So it's very interesting to see Skybound. Because I think that's the same company that does. I'm trying to remember if it's the same company that does Invincible and all that. I think it's the Invincible guys. But yeah, interesting. I gotta see if there's a comic book on this. Is it comic book related? I don't know. But yeah, so the next trailer is a game that's already out, kind of like this one, but this has been out much longer. But it's a trailer for DLC for a game. And this is a game that I bought not too long ago, but we haven't streamed it yet. This is also going to tease you maybe a very soon playthrough coming up. Yes, I am playing Gas Station Simulator. But apparently this is getting DLC for a airstrip. So I guess planes will start landing in your gas station now, does it? It's weird. So yeah, it looks like you have an airstrip and you also have a hangar and all that as well. So wait, you're gonna have to still manage your gas station, but manage an airstrip too? How the fuck are you gonna have time? How are you gonna have time to manage a fucking gas station and an airstrip at the same time? That doesn't make any fucking sense. You know how like chaotic Gas Station Simulator can get? If you ever seen me play Weed Shop 2, it's gonna get fucking crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna get this DLC, but I'm definitely playing at least a base game of Gas Station Simulator. Hey Ninja, what is so that's Gas Station Simulator, the airstrip DLC. So that's gonna make the game even more fucking chaotic and crazy. So if you're a fan of Gas Station Simulator, apparently that is DLC that's available now, apparently, at least on Steam. I don't know if it's available for the console versions, but yeah, there you go. So yeah, we got one more I'm gonna watch one more trailer for Redfall. Redfall is pretty much coming out. I think Redfall is coming out in about 1, 2, 3, 4 more days. So in about 4 more days, this game comes out. and it's going to be locked at 30 frames per second until they release the performance mode for consoles. I don't know if it's going to be locked at 60 frames per second or if you can go over 30 frames per second on PC, but a lot of people on console side of things are probably going to protest this game. But I wanted to watch the next trailer for it, so I'm going to do that.
Peggy 18.
Because this game... Oh, no. Nope. That's a... Wait a minute. That's a copyright music? Black Hole Sun. Okay. I was going to say, are they playing Black Hole Sun throughout this whole entire fucking... Because this game has potential. I want to enjoy this game. I like Arcane, man.
Vampires.
These are the fucking dudes that made Dishonored. How could it not be, be good? The only game I haven't played from Arcane is, well, okay. Sadly, I haven't finished a Dishonored series, and I need to do a playthrough of the series on the channel for the developers and stuff like that. And also, I'm gonna have to play and give Time Loop a chance, or Deathloop. I need to give Deathloop a chance because that's also their game. But I wasn't as interested in Deathloop. But yeah, this is their next game. This is their latest game they're releasing. So it's a vampire game.
Psychic phenomena. Never seen anything like it.
This is not the Redfall I remember.
Ever forward.
Whoa! Did that just teleport you?
No one is coming to help you. There is no death for us. It's the four of us against the darkness.
Hey, stop that. Nope, don't you dare. That's copyrighted lyrics. You gotta I don't know if I'm gonna get muted or not, but I'm worried about it. Yeah, it looks like a good game, man. Okay. At least the gameplay was gonna be good. No. Shut up. I know it's a cover, but still, it's Black Hole Sun. Son. Shut the fuck up. Nope. So yeah, you can play by yourself. I want to play this game by myself. I don't want to have to fucking squad up to enjoy this game. Yeah. So, I mean, come on. I want to have an actual really good zombie slaying experience and not have to rely on people to do it with. Or not zombie, vampire slaying experience. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of zombie games lately. So yeah, this game comes out literally in 4 days. I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy it and all that, but I'm not going to be playing it in the next 4 days because I'm going to be one of those people that I'm going to wait until the full game is released. What I mean by that is that there's the there's a performance mode on consoles. Stuff instead of quality mode. I don't give a fuck about quality mode. Does it run well performance wise? If it doesn't, and if my game's locked at 30 frames per fucking second, I'm not playing your fucking game no matter how good it is. Sorry. I've been spoiled because of freaking PC. I played too many PC games in the past to know, nope, not going back under 60 frames per second, boys. So it's not going to work for me. So, yeah. I don't know. Redfall's tricky. I think once the performance mode comes out and all that, people are going to stop complaining. So there you go. So this next trailer is a trailer that Zombie put on the Discord, but I wanted to add it to. And it's a trailer for Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon. I haven't watched this yet, so I'm excited. This is from FromSoft, by the way. For if you guys don't know the company FromSoft, it's the motherfuckers that made the Souls games and Bloodborne and Elden Ring. But they also worked on this series before too.
Handler Walter, verified.
Before all those games, they were working on Armored Core and stuff.
Control device.
Feed the fire. Ooh. Ooh. It looks like they're using the same engine as Elden Ring, though. Because if you kind of look at how things kind of look, it has that, it looks like it's in the same Last Cinders Burn. Man, they love their fire.
Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Ooh. Ooh, it looks so good. So it's definitely an in-game engine. It's a little bit of gameplay without the HUD. So it has a little bit of like Armored Core with a little bit of like how they've been working on their combat with other games lately. It's a little bit of influence from all the other stuff they've been working on. Combat wise. Not saying like, oh, like if you die, you have to go back to your bonfire. No, it's not going to be that. This is not going to be a Souls game. Who is that? EMP Blast? Yeah, this is going to be a straight up good old Armored Core game.
One of the infamous Handler Walter's hounds. Interesting. You ready to climb the wall?
I can't wait for the music.
Priority subject for termination. High on the list.
A call response from the generator.
That was so cool. What the fuck?
Why hide behind another's call sign?
That's a boss fight. Oh, that game's gonna be so sick.
On borrowed wings.
I'm just kind of hoping for those who haven't played the other games in forever, and for those who have never played any of the series, hopefully Armored Core 6, I was about to say 4. Hopefully Armored Core 6 is going to be a game that you can kind of just jump into and not have to worry about some of the other like lore and things that happen in the universe. Hopefully like Fires of Rubicon is going to be a game that anyone can kind of just jump into and not have to worry. But for those who have played the other 5 games, it'll be a nice treat because they'll maybe reference towards some things, things that might have happened, or they'll have like, I don't know if they'll have characters or something like that from previous games. But yeah, it's been so long that I don't remember anything. So when this game comes out and I do plan on playing it, don't expect me to like make references to anything from the past games. I won't remember anything, man. I'll be like dead in the water when it comes to references. So yeah, I'm excited about Armored Core, and for all those poor saps thinking this is gonna be a new Souls game from FromSoft. Come on, man. It's not gonna be a Souls game. It's gonna be an Armored Core game. It's gonna be mech on mech fighting. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be hard. If I remember correctly, Armored Core is not a fucking easy game. They're pretty difficult. So it's gonna test your will, but in a different way. It's not gonna have that difficulty like, you know, those games had, the Souls games had. No, this is going to be a different type of difficult. This is going to test your meta when it comes to, well, mech fighting. So the next trailer is going to be Layers of Fear. This is an official Unreal Engine trailer. So this is kind of showing off the Unreal Engine and everything. And yeah, I've played Layers of Fear. I love the original game, and it's kind of is like its DLC, where his daughter kind of like enters in the thing like that too. I haven't played Layers of Fear 2 yet, but it is gonna be still a playthrough. I'm gonna be playing Layers of Fear 2. But yeah, this is pretty much like a retelling of the original story. It's like they pretty much just remade it. So it's gonna be I have a feeling this is gonna have some potential. And this is the same people that are also, nice little note for anyone that may not know, it's the same people that are currently working on the remake. Yeah, the remake, not remastering, the remake of Silent Hill 2. So whatever you see here could possibly have some translations on how Silent Hill 2 is going to look too. So at least graphically and things like that, maybe some certain tones and stuff. So yeah, same developers. So these guys, not these guys, the Layers of Fear dude are remaking Silent Hill 2. Bloober.
In this video, we will explore the Layers of Fear.
I thought it was the same dudes. 1 second. Yep. Bloober. There's the developers. These are the developers. Those are the guys remastering things. So now you know. Now you know.
In this video, we will explore the Layers of Fear series' crowning work, the definitive way to experience the acclaimed franchise. With the new Layers of Fear, we've harnessed the power of Unreal Engine 5.
So that's 2017.
Stunning visuals and an immersive, nightmarish experience.
Ooh, I like it. That was gameplay?
Lighting is crucial for building tension and visual storytelling, and we've taken advantage of the new lighting system to achieve fully dynamic lighting.
It's going to be, I think it's the same story.
Hardware ray tracing allows us to achieve new levels of realism, crucial for building a terrifying atmosphere with lifelike shadows and reflections, which amplify the horror experience.
Oh, the doll. Oh, I really hope they had that same scene.
The Niagara system to create even better particle effects.
Like Niagara Falls?
The dynamism of the locations. Thanks to Unreal Engine 5, we benefit from several under-the-hood advancements that expedite the game creation process and are vital to creating a spine-chilling horror experience. These systems enable efficient optimization and seamless pipelines, ensuring exceptional quality for our intricate.
Yeah, if you showed him something like this in the 80s and 90s, it's like, you're fucking with me.
PC, you can expect a smooth 4K.
Say no, this is how games are going to look.
That will make your gameplay experience even more thrilling. We invite you to enter the twisted world of Layers of Fear, powered by Unreal Engine 5. Brace yourself.
It looks
cutting-edge
fan-fucking-tastic, though.
As you descend into a nightmare.
The thing is, though, this Layers of Fear, it's coming out in June, by the way. Yeah, it's going to be out for Steam, Epic Store, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series. So, you got that stuff. Yeah, it looks fucking good. And if freaking Silent Hill 2 remake looks anywhere as good as that, I'm so fucking down for it. I am so down for that. And I really hope if Silent Hill 2 remake is any good, I kind of hope maybe the same team will just work on the Silent Hill 3 remake and maybe Silent Hill 4 remake. Or maybe just remake the first one. The first one would have, like, if there's any remake that needs to be done, it's with the original Silent Hill. Like, why does the original Silent Hill not get enough love? I know it's an older game, but it's not as, it's not so crazy old that Silent Hill 2 was a masterpiece compared to it. Yeah, Pyramid Head. But yeah, it is there. Due to the fact that Pyramid Head like should only exist in Silent Hill 2. It was weird too. I don't know if any of you guys played Silent Hill Homecoming, but they had Pyramid Head in Silent Hill Homecoming, which made no fucking sense. That was a very weird thing for them to do. They I guess, like, Silent Hill was hurting so much as a franchise, like Konami said, "Hey, we need to reintroduce an iconic enemy, an iconic just show of force, and that is Pyramid Head or Crimson Head in some of the Japanese like translations." So it's like, yeah, you're gonna introduce him back into the fray. So I don't know, but yeah, I went off topic though. This is the same guys doing that, but yeah, when it comes to Layers of Fear, I was a fan of the first one and its DLC. I haven't played Layers of Fear 2, but I'm going to. Apparently, Layers of Fear 2 wasn't received as well, and I haven't played. I think they also developed Observer. Were they the same team that did that too? I need to play that game too if that's the case. I still need to play Observer, but yeah, I'm gonna try and play those games, and eventually I'll play this game, and whenever Silent Hill 2 eventually comes out, so I'll play that. So we got another trailer. We have more trailers to cover, because I wonder how long this segment has been so far. I think it's probably been longer than an hour now. Oh, it's definitely have. Oh man, these trailer videos are gonna be so long. So yeah. Excuse me. I got these like weird hiccup burps. I don't know if I need a burp or hiccup. So yeah, another trailer coming up down the pipeline. We have a Velocity Noodle. I don't know if this is a good game or not. It was just a trailer, and it looked like a new game. So I was like, okay, we're gonna throw it onto the pipeline. So here we go. Oh, it was a platformer. That's why it got my attention. I'm a sucker for platformers. Well, that looks like an awful time. Yeah, it looks like one of those good old indie platforming games with a kind of a cool concept. It almost has that kind of like that movement of Celeste, but not as smooth. And it's not as snappy as Super Meat Boy, but I can see where, if you're a fan of Super Meat Boy, this could be a game that you might like, but it's probably not going to be as punishing or something like that. But yeah, if you're a fan of like platformers with probably on the pixel platforming skills, this is a weird game. It's already out. It's on at least on PlayStation Store. I don't know if it's out on other consoles, but this looks like a PlayStation thing. It might be out on, well, if it was out on any other platforms, they probably would have had it there. So it might just be out for PlayStation. So I like if I don't pause it just in time, do that. So it could have some potential. I'll see how it does for the indie community and everything like that. I might have it as a playthrough in the future. I mean, I like to give indie games more of a chance than definitely the AAA games. So if that game's good, I'll check it out. But now we have another somewhat indie game. I think it is an indie game, straight up indie game. It's called Mailtime. We're gonna let it play and just let it tell its own tale. I kind of like the art style. It looks like a very simplistic, but it looks like it was hand drawn. Like if you like freeze framed this son of a bitch, like, oh, It looks drawn, but it's not. I also like the art style of the dialogue system. It looks like it's going to be a very somewhat, definitely wholesome type of game. I'm down for it. I'm down for this game. Was that a punk / emo bird? Go find my hat. You know what? There's probably going to be something fucked up in this story, sadly. I would hate it because it was featured in wholesome direct and all that. If you guys have ever watched a wholesome direct before, where they just kind of cover anything in all games wholesome. I don't want it to have a dark turn. That's the one thing I'm trying to avoid. I want to play wholesome games for the wholesomeness. Hopefully not any dark turn somewhere in the background of the fucking game. But yeah, this game's going to be out for, it looks like Steam, Epic, all that stuff. It looks like it's mainly just a PC game though. I don't see them listing any other platforms. So that's interesting. So you guys got that. Yeah, they're still trying, of course, but at least it's going to be out, of course, on PC and stuff like that too. So, I mean, just regular PC, not just Epic. So, yeah, we got another trailer. Yeah, you might thought this was over, huh? Nope. I'll tell you when it's over. This game is called Ejected Rivals. It's an official reveal trailer, so this game has been officially revealed like a day or two ago. So here you go. I have no clue if this game's good. Looks like you get ejected out of your car, and then you have this like movement system. Oh, is it a destruction derby game with a weird system? Oh, is it like Destruction Derby meets Riders Republic? Is that what I'm looking at? That's what I'm getting. I'm getting some freaking Riders Republic mixed with Destruction Derby. And it looks like the destruction implements look good. That's such a weird concept. I don't know how I feel about it. It just looks so weird. I know it needs like Mario Kart power-ups. Oh, look at that shit. The fuck? On stream. I mean, if it does any well, I mean, check it. It looks like it's definitely multiplayer heavy though. I just gotta see if you don't have to rely on multiplayer to fully enjoy the game. I mean, technically Riders Republic is like that, but I don't know. It's a weird game. It's such a weird game. It looks fun. It's such a weird fucking concept. That's why they call it ejected, because it's like getting ejected out of the car, but you're bringing your car with you digitally. It's a weird fucking thing. So, it's being published by THQ Nordic. I might be able to request a key from them. But it looks like it's only PC only though. Because if you see this, I don't see anything after PC. So it's a PC only game. So there you go. If you want to play this game, it's gotta have a PC. It doesn't even say like what, like it's like most likely it's gonna be on Steam. It's probably gonna be on Epic Game Store, maybe GOG. I don't know. But yeah, there's your platform. Easy. It looks interesting. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be at least fun for a little bit. I don't know. But oh yeah, that was the last trailer. There you guys go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this segment, me talking about trailers and all that. Since this was the first time doing it, of course it was rough. I'm pretty sure there's probably ways to shorten the length of this. I think the length of this type of video / segment for the stream and all that too is going to be kind of varied. So we'll probably have short weeks, we'll probably have long weeks, but I think this is a very good way to kind of end out the week of at least, I don't know, all the stuff we were doing from at least Monday to Friday, with catching up on, you know, if there's any good games coming out eventually at some point, or if there's any more information on games that we might be excited about or we didn't know we were excited about. So hopefully any of the games that you guys saw here is probably tickled your fancy, tickled your pickle. But yeah, you can comment down below, especially for you fucking YouTubers, you YouTube people. Yeah, comment down below, you know, or on live stream of like what your favorite trailer was, or what game you're most excited about this week. And yeah, I'll try to work on this section. I have no clue what we're calling it still. I don't know. We can't call it trailer talk because that's JP's title. So I got to figure out how I'm going to talk about this week in trailers. I don't know what the fucking call this, but we'll eventually find out the name. But yeah, that's unknown title. And you guys have a good one. I'll see you next week.